Okay, here we are. We're climbing on the Dolev 1 Delta SID from Pristina International. Our destination is Innsbruck in the Austrian Alps. The flight plan we computed takes us to flight level 280 for cruise as we're quite light today. You've been cleared to flight level 140 for now, and the autopilot is following the plan in the GNS 530. We're climbing on a normal climb profile. You have control.
Great. I'll take care of pressurization.
Pristina departure. Eurowings 5703, 2,300 feet.
Eurowings 5703, Pristina departure. Good morning, identified. Climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170. Eurowings 5703.
November 060 Sierra Bravo. Contact Belgrade Control 120.425. Bye-bye.
Center on 120.425. November 060 Sierra Bravo.
LL347, Belgrade Control. Radar contact.
Belgrade Control, November 060 Sierra Bravo. Good morning. Crossing 1,800 feet for flight level 140 direct Dolev.
November 060 Sierra Bravo. Belgrade Control. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 280.
Cleared to flight level 280.
November 060 Sierra Bravo.
Janix 409 Mike. Contact Tirana Control 122.5.
Contact Tirana Control 122.5, Janix 409 Mike. Have a good morning.
Belgrade Control, France Soleil 76 X-ray Quebec, flight level 390. France Soleil 76 X-ray Quebec, Belgrade Control, identified. Charlie Whiskey. Contact Skopje Control 119.375. Bye-bye.
Center on 119.375, Turkish 1 Charlie Whiskey. Good day.
Belgrade Control, Eurowings 3 Kilo Romeo. Good morning. Flight level 303.
Eurowings 3 Kilo Romeo, Belgrade Control, identified. Chanix 57 Romeo Zulu. Contact Tirana Control 122.5. Center on 122.5, Chanix 57 Romeo Zulu. Good day.
Belgrade Control, Eurowings 5703. Through flight level 140 for flight level 170.
Eurowings 5703, Belgrade Control. Good morning. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 340.
Climb to flight level 340. Eurowings 5703.
Spinnaker 2991. Contact Sophia Control 122.75. Center on 122.75. Spinnaker 2991.
Flight level 280 requires 12,500 feet inside. That's a bit too much. We'll need oxygen on. Looking at the plan, we'll be cruising for an hour and a half. Luckily, we filled the O-tanks, and no passengers are going to consume that
Contact
oxygen.
Tirana Control 122.5, Orange 5 Echo Alpha. Bye-bye. Belgrade Control, flying Bulgaria for 55, flight level 230.
Flying Bulgaria 455, Belgrade Control. Identified. Climb to flight level 360.
Flight to flight level 360, flying Bulgaria for 55.
Red nose 3091. Contact Zagreb radar 122.575.
Center 122.575, red nose 2091. Have a good morning.
Dutch Corridor 249. Contact Skopje Control 119.375. Contact Skopje Control 119.375. Dutch Corridor 249. Ryanair 606 Charlie. Contact Tirana Control 122.5. Have a good morning. Contact Tirana Control 122.5. Ryanair 606 Charlie.
Belgrade Control, Sky Travel 2 Sierra Tango. Good morning. Flight level 339er.
Sky Travel 2 Sierra Tango, Belgrade Control. Radar contact. Viking 1128. Contact Skopje Control.
I see environmentals cannot keep 23
119.375.
anymore. Let's give it some intercooler air.
119.375, Viking 1128.
With Malta 1170, Belgrade Control. Expect it for 5 Delta. Runway 09er.
Expecting is for 5 Delta. Runway 09er. With Malta 1170.
Beaufort 22 Uniform. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85. Beaufort for 22 uniform uniform. With Malta 1170 is for 5 Delta, runway 09er. Report ready for descent.
It's for 5 Delta, runway 09er, ready for descent. With Malta 1170.
With Malta 1170, descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1026.
Descend to 7,000 feet. With Malta 1170.
Griffin 2740, Belgrade Control. Expect Alico 1 Lima, runway 16.
Expect Alico 1 Lima, runway 16, Griffin 2740.
Lufthansa 1750, Belgrade Control. Expect Picard 1 Quebec, runway 0 tree left.
Expect Picard 1 Quebec, runway 0 tree left. Lufthansa 1.
I see the critical altitude was just hit. Manifold pressure beginning to drop. I'll keep it to 35.5.
1303. Contact Zagreb radar 122.575.
Contact Zagreb radar 122.575, Freebird 1303.
SID is over. Next waypoint Gorov.
Class line 5196. Contact Sophia Control 122.75. Center on 122.75. Class line 5196. Good day. LL347. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85.
Contact Zagreb radar 124.85, L347.
I can also lean a bit the mixture to keep power high. For climb leaning, I use the TIT indicator. I go to the highest temp, and then add a bit more fuel flow to decrease temperature about 50 Fahrenheit.
Eurobird 6146. Belgrade Control. Radar contact. France Soleil 76 X-ray Quebec. Contact Tirana Control 122.5. Center on 122.5 for France Soleil 76 X-ray Quebec. Griffin 2740, Alico 1 Lima, runway 16. Report ready for descent.
Alico 1 Lima, runway 16, ready for descent. Griffin 2740.
Griffin 2740, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 102 tree.
Descent to 9,000 feet, Griffin 2740.
Lot 4 Tango Delta, Belgrade Control. Expect Aston 2 Juliet, runway 34.
Expect Aston 2 Juliet, runway 34, Lot for Tango Delta.
Lufthansa 175.
On 122.5, Lufthansa 1750.
Belgrade Control. Tops with 85 Papa Quebec. Flight level 380. Tops with 85 Papa Quebec. Belgrade Control. Radar contact. Lot 4 Tango Delta. Contact Tirana Control 122.5.
Contact Tirana Control 122.5, Lot for Tango Delta.
Okay, we've reached the altitude at which not even 35.5 can be sustained. a so-called operational critical altitude. From now on, manifold pressure will gradually decrease all the way to cruise.
Eurobird 6147. Red Nose 1934, Belgrade
Engine
Control,
failure.
identified.
Okay, left dead leg, left engine failure, stabilizing.
Belgrade Control, Turkish 6 Alpha Kilo, flight level 309er.
Turkish 6 Alpha Kilo, Belgrade Control, identified.
Belgrade Control, Eurocharter 8 Delta Tango, through flight level 1 for 5 for flight level 170.
Eurocharter 8 Delta Tango, Belgrade Control, identified. Climb to flight level 339er.
Climb to flight level 339er, Eurocharter 8 Delta Tango.
Sunturk 789 Papa. Contact Zagreb radar 122.575. Center on 122.575. Sunturk 789 Papa. Bye-bye.
Commencing drift down. We should be fine at flight level 200. However, I also want to turn back and land back at Pristina, and I think we're beyond the required top of descent. So I don't think we'll stop at 200.
Control 119.375.
Center on 119.375, Griffin 2740. Bye-bye.
Ivory 605. Contact Pristina, approach 135.475. Contact Pristina, approach 135.475. Ivory 605. Flying Bulgaria 301. Contact Budapest, center 120.375. Have a good morning.
Contact Budapest Center 120.375, flying Bulgaria 301.
I'm turning to PRT VUR. I won't do an arrival, but go direct into an approach. I think I'll do the ILS this time for runway 35.
Eurowings 5703. Contact Zagreb radar 122.575.
Contact Zagreb radar 122.575. Eurowings 5703.
Tops with 85 Papa Quebec. Contact Zagreb radar 124.85. Center on 124.85. Tops with 85 Papa Quebec.
Belgrade Control, Southwind 9 Bravo, good morning. Flight level 339er.
Southwind 9 Bravo, Belgrade Control, identified. Turkish 6 Alpha Kilo. Contact Sofia Control 122.75.
Center on
I have to retrim rudder every time there's a change in thrust or indicated airspeed as the forces acting around the center of gravity move around.
Transavia 5125, Belgrade Control, radar contact.
Because I couldn't see the yokes, I forgot about aileron trim.
Flight level 357.
With Malta
50 miles
425,
away from the
Belgrade
airport.
Control,
I
radar
won't stop
contact.
descending at 200.
Ryanair 858 Kilo, Ebamo 2 Hotel, runway tree 1 right. Report ready for descent.
Ebamo 2 Hotel, runway 31 right, ready for descent. Ryanair 858 Kilo.
Ryanair 858
I can go
Kilo,
all the way down to
descent
6,600 feet.
QNH 1027.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Ryanair 858 Kilo.
UT Ukraine 71. Contact Zagreb radar 122.575.
Looking at the approach, because I chose vectors, I'll have to take a very sharp turn into the final course. So I'll add the southbound positioning fixes too.
With Malta 1170. Contact Sofia, approach 123.705.
Contact Sofia, approach 123.705. Malta 1170.
Sky travel to Sierra Tango. Contact Zagreb
That is the
radar
Papa Romeo 720 transition.
122.575.
Much, much better.
Contact Zagreb radar 122.575. Sky travel to Sierra Tango. Belgrade Control, Ryanair 935.
And direct to it.
Flight level 349er.
Ryanair 935 Golf, Belgrade Control, radar contact. Transavia 5125, contact Tirana Control 122.5.
Center 122.5. Transavia 5125. Bye-bye. Belgrade Control, Beaufort 7 Charlie Mike. Good morning. Flight level 380.
Beaufort 7 Charlie Mike, Belgrade Control, radar contact.
Final adjustment of the pressurization system to field level. One thing I don't have to bother with during this approach. I'm keeping power and speed up. This helps with pressurization and glide range if the other one fails.
2E Jet 6 Alpha Victor, Belgrade Control, radar contact.
Belgrade Control, Tallinn Cat 47 Whiskey, flight level 340.
Tallinn Cat 47 Whiskey, Belgrade Control, radar contact. Flying Bulgaria 455, contact Zagreb radar 122.575.
Center 122.575, flying Bulgaria for 55.
As the weather doesn't look bad, I'll shut off the radar to lessen the load on the remaining generator.
Center 122.5, red nose 1934. Ryanair 858 Kilo, Belgrade Control. Expect Obama
Closing the cowl flaps. Even though the working engine will have to provide more power, it is still not at takeoff levels. A little drag decrease is also experienced by doing this. I'll put the needle on localizer course to help with visualizing the approach. It does not matter where the needle is pointing when in GPS navigation or on the localizer. It's just good habit to point the needle where you want to go. Looking on the GNS unit, I see that the direct went to Papa Romeo 720, but on the missed approach. I guess the unit takes the direct to the last iteration of the fix on the plan. So I have to get rid of the missed approach fix and then direct to it on the approach. There we go. Oh no, now it's going on the Pristina to Papa Romeo 720 direct and not present position to 720. It needs a bit more customization. Nope. Now it got back to the missed approach fix. I think I do need to delete the fix from the plan first. Finally, perseverance is king. Generator load is about 45%, high but manageable. requires Pristina. We're going to overfly it, and then come back on a right-hand pattern into runway 35. Instrument air is showing a low pressure. This is because instrument is showing left engine pump pressure. I have to switch to the right one to see actual pressure powering the gyro instruments. I didn't, but everything works because there is adequate pressure in the system from the right engine pump. I'll try to make the engine feed from the left tank only so I can equalize the tanks. Shit. No, no, no. I starved it. Back to normal feeding. Oh, dodge that bullet. So I think the levers are basically the engines. So to feed from the other, I would have to put cross on the right and left to off. But I'm not going to try this again now. We're getting close to the ground. Looking through the QRH, I see I have to put the left boost pump to on, left fuel selector to off, right fuel selector to crossfeed, left boost pump off. This is how you make the right engine feed from both tanks. I've tuned nav2 for the same ILS signal as nav1 just to have a visual cue when the signal can be used for navigation. Because I'm using GPS navigation, I cannot see if I get any ILS signal until I switch CDI to VLOC. When I turn for the next fix, I can descent further to 4,300 feet. Cleared 4,200. I can now descend further to 3,500 feet. I can also get on the localizer signal and prepare the glide slope intercept. Of course, as there's more thrust generated by the working engine in landing configuration, there's more rudder correction required to counter it. Max trim already in. Normally, as you approach landing, you move from using trim to using the pedal. The full rudder has more control authority than the trim tab, plus, after touchdown, you won't have to keep correcting that massive trim you put in. Decision altitude. Continue.